Okay, going home. Last week, we had a couple of friends who came to visit from out of town, and they were reminiscing about one summer that we traveled together to San Antonio, Texas. It was 4 families traveling from different cities and meeting up in San Antonio. All of us had young children, and it was a fun trip. But as you can imagine, after several days together, 4 different families, many different personalities, and in the dry San Antonio heat, after a couple of days, we started getting each other's nerves. Well, the last day that we were in San Antonio, the activity that we had planned was to visit Natural Bridge Cavern and Natural Bridge Wildlife Refuge. It's a drive-through zoo. It's a lot of fun, and the kids really enjoy it.
Okay, Joe, take off. That's a copy. Hi, Chris. Wow, this is big, right?
Let's go, Joey.
Cindy, do you still have a hand?
But we had been sightseeing all day, and it was a hot San Antonio day. And so by the end of the day, we were ready to go home. As a matter of fact, one of the families didn't even spend the night in San Antonio. They just went back home. But we planned on getting back together a couple of days later. But in the rush of going home, these friends of ours started to clean out their van. And they just were getting all the trash and gathering all the trash. And they just wanted to get on the road. They didn't want to stick around to do anything else. And they gave me a bag and they asked me, can you please throw this away for us? And so I took it and I put it in our van. Well, at this time, our son was still a baby. He was very hungry and his milk had been in the car all day. So we didn't think it was safe to give it to him. And so we decided to wait until we could go and buy some. Well, he was very hungry and he was crying. And we were rushing to get into town to buy his formula. And we were in a bad mood. And we were in a hurry. And we just wanted to get to our hotel room. So we stopped at a store, bought the formula, and our son was happy after that. But then we just got to the hotel room and got ready for bed. Well, this is a long time ago, so this is before cell phones. And we hadn't even discussed where each of us were staying. All they knew was that we were staying close to the river walk. The next morning, as we were getting ready to check out, as a matter of fact, we were just walking out the door when the phone rang. And it was our friend. And she was asking, by any chance, do you still have the bag of trash that I gave you yesterday? I said, well, no, I threw it away. She said, well, do you know where you threw it away? I said, why? What's going on? And she said, I accidentally put in an envelope with $300 in it. Is there any chance that you could go look for it? Well, I don't remember where we had thrown the trash away. I don't know if it was in the hotel lobby, in the trash cans outside the hotel, or even in the store where we stopped to get our son's milk. So I said, well, I'll look around, but I don't know where it could be. I don't remember where I threw it away. So I went to the hotel lobby and I looked outside and all the trash cans were empty. So I asked the receptionist, the trash out front, do you throw it away or does the city pick it up? And they said, well, it depends. Sometimes the city picks it up, but sometimes we throw it away. I said, well, if you threw it away, where would you have thrown it away? And the young man said, well, we would have thrown it in a trash bin out in the back. And so I said, could you show me where it is? And so he walked with me to the back of the hotel and he showed me the trash bin, and it was huge. And I opened the door to the trash bin and it was full of trash. I said, well, I really didn't want to get in there to look for the trash bag. So I climbed up the ladder that led to the trash bin door and I stepped inside. You can imagine how it smelled. And I couldn't even begin where to look. And the young man was looking at me like, are you crazy? Why are you stepping in there? And I told him, well, sir, I lost some very important papers. I didn't want to tell him that money was involved. So I told him I lost some very important papers. So I want to see if I can find them. And wouldn't you know it, the first bag that I pulled off from the top, I mean, I took it with my index finger and thumb and just pulled it off the top. And as it fell open and out rolls a can of our son's formula. So I knew that the bag had to be in there. And so I started looking through the trash till I found the bag that our friend had given us. And so I looked around, no envelope, and then I found a Whataburger cup and I opened it. And there inside the Whataburger cup was the envelope with the $300. So I went back to the room and I called my friend and I told her, I'm sorry. I looked around and I couldn't find anything. And she said, oh, well, thank you for trying. Then I told her, but wait till you see the pair of boots that I just bought. And of course she broke out laughing because she knew that I was just joking with her. Needless to say, when we got back together a couple of days later, they were in a very good mood. So that is my story of the lost $300.